Get it. Get it. Known for it.
Hey, it's your friend? Hey, it's your friend Mel, and I've immersed myself in the hell that is online dating so that you can navigate it unscathed. I am scathed as hell. I am all fucked up. So there are 3 dating apps or websites we'll be covering today because I just don't have energy for more. I just can't. And we're going to be going from least to most horny because if I start at the end, I will die. I will fucking turn to dust and some Pacific Northwest twink will snort me and that'll be the end. It'll be over. Channel's done. OkCupid is probably the most normal of the 3 we're going to cover today. I say that because for all the weird messages I've gotten, I've only ever almost died once. So
Twice.
what? Twice? Twice. You probably know the mechanics. Swipe left for no, swipe right for may I please DM you, ma'am. If you match, neither of you will say anything because you're both terrified of human contact. Typically, you just find someone you like and you go on a little date, just a little one, and then everybody has a good time and no one gets hurt. And what was the second one?
Gun in the forest.
Oh yeah. The first one was much more tame. But everyone just felt normal. No one murdered me, and don't give me that look. I did not die, so that's factual.
Are you going to tell a hospital story?
Not here, no. Hell no. Side note before we move on is polyamory, so just be aware that polyamorous and non-monogamous people exist. And you're going to run into those people depending on, the app and location of where you are, but just fucking, they're there. It's cool. Be normal. Tinder is all about fucking up and swiping the wrong way repeatedly because, your handshake when you're nervous and you're always nervous. It's about swiping through all the cis people that you don't want to meet because, to get to the one non-binary person that you'll take on one date and then you never talk to again. Is it because you said something wrong? Probably. Anyway, Tinder has a feature called super liking where instead of swiping, left or right, you go up on accident and then you start panicking because they're not someone you'd ever want to fuck, let alone talk to. Or maybe they are, and now you're coming up too strong. You coming up too strong. My God. Jesus, fuck, I'm overthinking this. What's worse is when you keep swiping left, but the algorithm keeps putting the guy with a gun in his profile picture just in front of you, just over and over again, no matter how many times you try and get rid of him. And fuck me, he's glowing blue now. Jesus fucking Christ, that's terrible. Get me the fuck out of it. Get me the fuck. So there's also the problem of unicorn hunters, which if you're not familiar, unicorn is a term used by couples in search of a third person to smash. And I think the term, anyway, unicorn comes from the fact that it's very rare to find someone that wants to have sex both with you and your fucked up looking husband. What I'm trying to say is Tinder is horny. It's about trying to find someone to go on a few dates with maybe, and then hooking up, and then, maybe you start a relationship, but more often than not, you just kind of fucking go home. And maybe that's enough for you. Maybe it's too much. In which case we have Grindr.
Got the nasty in my taxi. You need a lift. You can sit between the backseat of my
Grindr is like if horny turned itself into an app. It's like if the concept of horny manifested itself into the app store. In my experience, it's been 30,000 cis dudes and 8 trans people, and baby, we gotta fucking stick together. I downloaded the app for one night and immediately got a picture from some cishet chase that looked like this and nothing else. That's it. That's fucking terrifying. Your name is T-Girl Connoisseur and you're 30 miles away? Ooh, you're an Aries and a top? No thanks. No thanks. How are you fucking 25 miles away now? How do you send that many dick pics that fast? 19 miles. This thing's gotta be busted. I can't. 10? Fucking 10? You were just 30. How are you? 3. How are you? 3. Fuck. Where are my keys? Where are my keys? Grindr is for fucking and not much else. It's mostly cis gay men, almost all of which were incredibly sweet upon finding out that I am a trans twink in cis twink's clothing. Now that I think about it, there's not much of a distinction. I think there's one kind of twink and it's bad. But you will find trans folks on there. Maybe. Again, you will be significantly outnumbered depending on where you live. This is my least favorite on account of I'm a romantic, and also I'm sick of dudes named Chris telling me they want, quote, a girl with a secret. Is the secret that I've killed before and will do so again? Oh, it's that I have a penis. Don't like that. And it's not all bad. I'm not going to judge people for having casual sex. I mean, casual sex whips ass if that's your thing. And you know what? The gay men in my life, both trans and cis, treat me like a goddamn queen. A lot of people probably want me to go in on gay men right now, but I'm not in the business of siding with our oppressors, so fuck off. Honestly, if we all teamed up, we could probably take over a Hobby Lobby or at the very least burn it to the ground. But every time I install it, I get the goofiest shit, like a chaser telling me he lives, quote, kind of nearby, but in reality he lives in Pittsburgh and wants me to meet him halfway, and also pay for the hotel room. I am not that horny, dude. I have never been that horny in my entire life. And what's wrong with Pittsburgh gays? Why are you trying to import Philly queers? And listen, I'm not even a Philly queer. I just lived there for a little bit. I'm a Southern queer at heart. Maybe a Houston queer. Oh, and this guy who told me he would suck my dick, quote, more than I want. Y'all have got to figure your shit out. This is terrifying. Oh, and I've seen a lot of cishet people say that there should be a grinder for them, but y'all already have like Chick-fil-A, so leave us the fuck alone. But all three of these have paid versions if you're so inclined. OkCupid has A-list premium and A-list basic and an incognito privacy function, and Tinder has plus and gold, and Grindr has extra and extra light. And honestly, I don't think they're all that worth it. Like, the main appeal of A-list and gold is to see who likes your profile. That's mostly it. And it's a nice ego boost, don't get me wrong, but it's like the same 5 trans people I'm already talking to and a sea of cis men who I'm sure are very nice, but I just turned 26 and I'd really love to make it to 27. That being said, I don't know if there's a best option. It kind of depends on what you want to do. This is just, of course, my experience. But for me, I think my favorite was OkCupid just because it was my first time really getting to figure out what kind of people I'm attracted to, like as a transgender, bisexual woman. I'm still trying to figure this shit out. There's a fucking transition was supposed to be like fucking man, woman, done. No, fuck that. That was wrong. And now my friends joke that I have a type. But what I've learned is that if I spend more than 15 minutes around someone, my brain will flip a coin and go call it. And then like half the time I end up on a train in another state, like 24 hours later. It's not that I have a type. I don't. It's just that only equally fucked up people look at me and go, you okay? But that's everything. Maybe, probably not. That's all I'm doing anyway. But thank you so much for watching the video and subscribing and liking and commenting and fucking getting the URL tattooed in your leg, writing out the channel name below your oppressors, naming a new style of guillotine after me. Yeah, I wrote that. And a special thank you to my patrons who I love and cherish and who do not at all regret giving me $5 or $10 to have their name at the end of this video. Thank you so much. You are the fucking best. If you want to support me, you can do so at patreon.com/melt. Or if you don't and you just want to see me scrounge around the dirt like a little fucking puppet, you can follow me on Twitter at CastClaymore. But thank you so much for watching and goodbye.